John Sanders here with Limitless Hoops. Thank you for joining me in my pirate self. Hey, we got games coming up soon. It's almost the weekend time. I was thinking about how we could do some weekday games, and I did experiment with this like several years ago, where we would bring in teams to scrimmage, and it's actually in our long-term plans as well. Where on Tuesdays and Thursdays, those could be teams that come in and pay a little bit of money to scrimmage us, and we could stop the games if we would want to. Their other coach could stop the game. We would have like a referee and stuff like that, and these would be surprise scrimmages. And I came up with that to boost our Tuesday and Thursday practices. And we just had like random ones, like once a month. It was like on a random day. So people started wanting to come to practices. We would not announce it. And I remember one time someone was like, "Wait, you took pictures and video of the scrimmage? We didn't know that there was a scrimmage. We would have come." And I'm like, "Oh, you would have come to the scrimmage but not to a practice?" Oh, that's kind of weird. So when we do involve that, or when we do bring that back, don't be that person who's like, "Oh yeah, I'll come to a scrimmage. Screw a practice. It's practice, right?" You don't want to be an Allen Iverson in that regard. All right, what up, Jace? I see you, Mello. All right, so yeah, heads up for more information on how we're gonna kickstart this whole thing. I have a step-by-step plan, and it's gonna take a while. But the main thing I need are people willing to run each location. So after we get that bit set up, I think that we're off to the races. All right, because it'll be so easy for each location if we can get those gyms. All right, first I need to get owners, are people willing to run the gym. Then I need to get the gyms approved. But then after that, it would just be getting 10 people in each location. And you get to bring in a lot of people for free, as long as they're one of the first 4 for that age limit too. So we'll see what we can do in that regard, but I'm excited for it either way, because sometimes you fail, sometimes you succeed, but if you try, if you love the process, that makes your efforts like so beautiful. And I always tell new kids, I'm like, don't worry about if you don't like the practice, because no one loves the process. And I don't mean no one, I mean someone. Like Kobe Bryant loves the process. If you happen to love the process, like all the hard work, all the push-ups, all the running, all the shooting, all the ball handling, all the stupid stuff, well, then you're going to be a pro no matter what, if you happen to love the process. If you're just bearing with the process and you do it, you'll be pretty darn good as well. But if you can love it, man, you're special, dude. All right, let's check the quote of the day. Every day's a second chance. All right. Every day is a second chance. What I like to see that as is, some people like to see it as like, okay, if I mess up, who cares? Just wash it under the bridge, which is one way to look about it, which is good. But I like to see it as every day is a second chance, as in a preemptive way to see it. So when you start the game, I want you to go out there and try your hardest in the game. Then when you make stupid errors and you don't try and you do all these things that you and your dad complain about, or you and your mom argue about afterwards, when they're like, you were so stupid, and then you're looking in the mirror and you're like, oh my God, why did I make that mistake? Why did I make that mistake? And then all of a sudden, a magical genie shows up and goes, I will grant you one wish. And then you go, I want to do that game again. I want a second chance. And they go, there you go, but one caveat, you will not remember this conversation. Ready, go, like that. And you get transported back. And that's how I saw games when I was growing up. I saw them as my second chance. I saw them as like some magical fairy gave me some pixie dust and put me back there. And I didn't remember exactly how the game went, but I knew that I did bad. And I didn't know exactly like who sent me back, but I knew that someone sent me back. That's all the information that I needed to know, and this is my second chance. How will I do? How would you guys do if you got a second chance to go back to you were in first grade? Did you start earlier? Well, how would you do if you got your second chance and it's right this second? Whether you're a second grader or a fifth grader or whatever, this is your second chance right now. I mean, I guess you could have asked to go further back, but you just didn't. I don't know. Maybe the guy like tricked you into going back till today. And you're watching the show again. And you're in this spot again at this age. But you've already lived your whole life. You lived your whole life until you graduated high school and you sucked. All right, you never were quite the guy that you thought that you would be. But now you're back here because some magical genie gave you a second chance. This is that day. All right, this is that second chance. How are you gonna act this time? When your parents are pushing you and your coaches are pushing you, are you gonna be the player that can match that push, or get pushed too far because of that push? Or will you be the special player who can push them back? I don't mean like push them back. I mean like pull them. I mean like when they're like, hey, we got to shoot 100 shots. You're like, no, 200 shots. And they're like, I don't know if I have time for that. You're like, come on, Dad. Come on, Mom. Let's go. Like that. Are you going to be the one pushing them or pulling them along with you for this ride? Because this is now your second chance. So yes, long story short, that's the quote of the day. Every day's a second chance. Shooting with low arc lowers the probability of a made shot, while shooting with much arc strengthens the opportunity. Neither is guaranteed, however. In life, we're faced with this choice every minute of every day. Doing drugs, sitting in the back of the class, and eating junk food won't guarantee you an unsuccessful life. But why take the chance? Oh my God, that was where I got the story from for Jace. You guys thought that I was being creative? No, I was not. I've told that story since the dawn of time. But that story is actually the first story in our book, in our Limitless Hoops book. Not in the itinerary book, no. In the $50 Limitless Hoops book. That story is one of the 26 stories in that book. And a lot of people don't buy it or didn't buy it because it used to be our only book for our entire program. It would be those 26 stories surrounded by a children's story. And then in the back, it was a bunch of workouts. But then I came up with the itinerary. I didn't want to get rid of that book. It's called The Kid Who Found a Basketball. And but that's one of the main stories. The first one is arc, so it goes in alphabetical order, A through Z. All right. The second one is belief. Third one is candy. D is do it yourself. Can I do all of them? E is energy. F is film. G, I forgot what G was. All right, but yeah. Oh, goals. I think I can do them all. Oh, dude, that's pretty good. All right, but yes, if you want to buy that book is also for sale this week. Do I have any here? I think I have like one more left. So, but I would have to order it if more than one person wanted it. But I do have one. All right. But yeah, this one, the arc one. All right. The arc of possibility is throw the ball high enough, giving yourself more of a chance. You want to do this in every regard in your life. You want to see your goals. You want to give yourself the best chance to succeed at those goals. And know that it may not be successful. So take care of your body. Get strong, get fast, get quick. Get the best shot that you can. Get the best ball handling that you can. Because you're not sure what position that they're going to play you in when you get older. You're not sure how tall you're going to be. You're not sure what your strengths and weaknesses naturally are going to be. So you have to be prepared for everything and anything. So you get all those things up. You don't know if you're an addictive personality. So possibly you're not going to do that well when it comes down to lifting weights because you don't have that addiction. But other addictions are bad, so you don't know if you can handle your alcohol. You don't know if you can handle smoking, so why even take that chance? All right, so you have to figure out the odds of everything and then go by the odds. All right, they like to talk crap about the analytics era where everyone's shooting 3-pointers. No, it's actually a good thing. All right, they're looking to see what worked and what didn't work. People in baseball, they don't go for no-hitters anymore because they're like, oh, wait, that strategy doesn't work. The only odd that I want you guys to forget is the odds that are against you in your terms of making it to the NBA. Forget those odds because those odds would have you quit right now. Screw those odds. But every other odd, you go for it. All right, what up, Luke? All right, anyway, let's move on to Did you know that this referee is awesome? Watch it.
These guys don't know if they'll get time in the NCAA tournament.
I like the Roger Ayers to stop the game to get the sub in. Let my man get in here to get his opportunity to play.
That's right.
All right, so this referee stopped the game to get a kid into the NCAA tournament because it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, especially if you go to Liberty. I've only played in the NCAA tournament once, and it was just one game. I happened to be a starter, but imagine the kids that just like went there and they were on the bench because I think we were in the game the whole time. I'm not really sure. I don't think everyone got in. So they went there. It was a good experience, but they sat the bench the whole time. This is a kid trying to get into his only NCAA tournament probably his entire life. And the referee is allowed to stop the clock if there's like some water on the floor. So he pretended that there was water on the floor, but then he helped the guy up and like shook his hand. So he knew that this is why I did that. I mean, pretty clutch. I mean, I've seen some refs in our league do this. Not exactly like this. They'll just blow their whistle just to get players in. But yeah, this is where the game is more than just a game, and that's a really cool thing. So we can't just call him ref. His name is Roger Ayers. He deserves his name to be said out loud. Roger Ayers with the classy move, fake cleaning, so Schreier Jr. gets his March Madness moment. I mean, now this kid's NIL probably just went up by a few $1,000s. Everyone knows his name now. I mean, seriously, hopefully he capitalizes on it as well. All right, let's move on to the stuff that we're doing today. Now, we will play a lot today. I'm actually going to bring some music, and we're going to practice that music thing again with the big speakers this time, but we're going to play. All right, and maybe I'll play with you guys if we have enough good people there. All right, and maybe I'll kick Luke's butt this time because he really thinks that he can guard me. Oh my God, how often do I have to prove this stuff to you guys? I'm not old yet. If you see me in a wheelchair, then maybe you have a chance. Until that day, you're going to get your butt kicked by old man Sanders, okay? Heads up, I'm coming for you. I wonder how many kids know my last name, Sanders. That's so weird. I don't ever say my name. My name is John Sanders. Nice to meet you. All right, but yes, open gym, 3-on-3 cutthroat, 2-on-2 help side, 5-on-5 cutthroat after that. All right, and then once we get up to enough people, that's when we'll add true open gyms on Saturdays. All right, where it's like if you win, you stay on. If you lose, you're off. All right, we'll have a couple of courts possibly. We'll try to do it big. All right, if we can possibly do it big. And on Saturday mornings, it has to be early because we might have games on Saturday mornings. So it's going to be at 7 a.m. We tried this before. We got it okay. I was playing every single time. But we had to have 2 different courts. Then the small kids stopped coming because the parents didn't want to bring them there. And it was like, so quickly it just went away. But when we bring this back, guys, bring it back big and make sure you guys show up. Because if you guys don't show up, I don't know what we'll do. We'll have to take it away. So don't allow it to get taken away. All right, as for the team stuff, we got layups, sideline out of bounds for shots, heads up for sideline out of bounds because all we do is just stay in a block. We'll talk about it, but understand what sideline out of bounds is. I'm going to show you the play right now, okay? So when you see it, you'll know it a little bit better. So for sideline out of bounds, that's if the ball is being taken out up here, okay? And we'll have who should take the ball out of bounds? We'll make the 3-man take the ball out of bounds. So the 3-man's right here, and we'll give him a basketball. Okay, so he's taking the ball out of bounds. All right, the other people, a little closer. All right, the other people, they will be in a box. All right, and where you go actually matters. We want our biggest guy right here. We want our point guard to be right here. We want our shooting guard to be right here. All right, we want our 3-man, 4-man. Do a 4-man? Yes, right here. All right. And what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna set 2 screens. Okay. All right. And let me see if I have something here for you. All right. We're gonna set 2 screens. One screen will be right here, and he's gonna screen across. Should I undo that? Let's go this way. All right, so he's going to set a screen across. And then this guy will set a screen here. So both these guys are setting screens. All right, this guy is setting the screen in that direction. So the 4-man will come way over there, and the 5-man will come way over here. So just right there. All right, so he will go far to set a screen. He will stay close to set a screen. And these two guys will both use their screens thusly. This guy will run to the corner, and this guy will fake down and then come to the top. That's easy, right? All right. After this screen is set, this guy will flare out, and this guy will post up. That's it. All right. So he can look there for the quick shot. He can look there for the post, and he can look here for the point guard, or you can skip the ball way over there. Okay. This just gives him an option. So wherever his defender is guarding him, he can't guard him in all the ways. So as long as you come off the screen right, then someone should be open, whether it be the screener or the person being screened. But we must make sure that we start off in our spots. So that's why we're gonna be in those spots. And for this particular drill, we're gonna give him a few basketballs. So he can have like several basketballs. He can have 4 basketballs for all 4 shots. He can start with 2 in his hand and leave 2 on the ground. All right, he'll pass 2 passes and then pick up the balls and pass 2 more, so he can work on his ambidexterity as well. It might be harder for the small kids, but this is the play, and that's what we do for Sunday Night Bounce for shots. Easy. Then we'll just rotate in, and everyone gets a chance. All right. So that's what we're doing. And on baseline out of bounds, it's the same setup but different screens. You can make up the baseline out of bounds, but we stand on these spots. It helps us space the court out enough so we can do what we need to do. For the other ones, don't cross half court on a trap. All right. Zone flex screens. We may not talk about that. It's pretty confusing, especially after I just explained this. But the zone flex screens, it's screening in on a zone and then flashing. All right, basically, so that the guy can't play on either side. If we're on defense, we don't want to be screened in, so we play on top of it. All right, we talk about it sort of. Don't cross half court on a trap. If you're dribbling the ball past half court and there's someone that about to trap you, stop and retreat dribble before you cross half court and have the 2 people guard you like that, so you have more options. Once you cross half court, you've created extra defenders. 0 to 3 seconds, down by 3 with the free throws. Always make our free throws. If there's 2 seconds left and we're down by 1 and we have one more free throw, you should probably miss that one on purpose. If there's 2 seconds left or you're down by 2 with 1 free throw, well, you definitely missed that one on purpose. All right. So we need to practice missing the ball on purpose, and it's very strange. So if there's like fewer than 3 seconds left, you're gonna make your first one and then miss your second one on purpose. How you miss it? High arc helps. A bank shot helps. As long as it hits the rim, it's okay. And then don't cross the line until you're supposed to. So for the people outside the 3-point line, don't cross it until the ball hits the rim. Person on the free throw line, don't cross the ball until it hits the rim. The people on the inside can cross it right away. You guys can make sure that you get your arms over their arms, feet over their feet, and then push them in so you have the best chance. And once you get the ball, aim for their face and go for a foul so that they have to move out of your way so you can score it. All right, then 5-on-5 Nash and Dash is the drill where the best team runs a whole Nash drill, and then you guys play right away. So you have to beat the better team as they're tired. And if you lose to them, then you have a Nash drill. But if you beat them, then they have that first Nash drill, then plus another one. So the loser of the game has to run. So don't put yourself in that position. All right, let's check the highlight of the day. Highlight of the day. Let's watch it.
Ja Morant only playing 39 games. This is his 40th game of the season.
He runs the show. Not close. And that's why you want him to take the threes. How about a... Whoa! Trey Murphy! That was amazing! Incredible!
All right, so yes, Trey Murphy with the alley-oop dunk from like beyond half court, and it was a 360. I mean, he looked like he's gonna die. Like, that was crazy, actually. All right, it looked very lanky. Didn't like look amazing, but I mean, it is amazing. That's some coordination right there. Seriously, he almost died. And it wasn't quite a 360. It's more like he just jumped up, really. Jumped up to a 180. After he touched the rim, he landed in the 360. But nevertheless, it was a pretty amazing play. Very, very versatile big man right there. Let's watch it one more time for effect. Try to do this on a small hoop, guys. Like, that is not an easy thing to do. That is extremely hard. So yeah, Trey Murphy, man, with the play. Let's check the trivia question today is, what are the two distances the NBA three-point arc is from the basket? I think I said that kind of weird. I'll repeat it. What are the two distances the NBA three-point arc is from the basket? I think that's how I should say it better. Jace was one going away. Right? I'll actually bring your coin to practice. Right? Because you don't have a chance to lose. I would have brought it on Friday, but now we can bring it early. I'll bring you a coin early. Right? But we'll still have the last one tomorrow. Even though no one else can win, but let me know this one. Kieran and Declan Lowther in the house. Speaking of trivia gods, those guys won for about a year and a half straight. All right, what are the two distances the NBA three-point arc is from the baskets? There's two different distances. It's not just one. You know it's an arc. And just saying that there's two means that there's like probably more than two, probably like an infinite number, but two listed distances. Anyways, first person to answer wins, and I'll be right back.
Imagine a mountain. Imagine at the top of the mountain there's a bag full of money. Imagine climbing that mountain to reach your dreams. Now imagine your dreams are at the top of that mountain in the form of a bag full of money. That's how it is to work for a goal with all your heart. But we don't know how much money's in that bag. It may be thousands of dollars. It might be $1. It may be $1 million. And I believe that's why people don't climb that mountain. They don't know if their efforts will be worth it or if they'll be in vain. So only some of us climb, and only some of us make it to our peak. And when we get there, when we open up that bag to find out how much money was in our full potential, we may be saddened to only find a few dollars. And we may hear laughter from all of our friends who refuse to climb the mountain, looking at us like they did the right thing by not trying their hardest. They might have had the million, they might have had thousands, but now they'll never know. And at least you know. At least you took the chance. What I want you to do is look down that mountain because you didn't waste that time. Open up your arms and enjoy the view.
That is the answer. The answers are 22 feet from the corner and 23 feet 9 inches from the arc. All right, so you guys can look those distances up. Jace got it right. That's his 8th point right there. It'll update in a second, but yes, measure that out in your driveway, dude. See how far away that is. It's a crazy distance. But in Lithuania, when I was there, from first to 12th grade plus college plus the pros, they all use the same exact line. All right, and I don't think it was the NBA. It might have been the NBA line. No, it wasn't the NBA line. It was like it was as far as the college line. Everyone used the same exact line. So like little kids had to shoot from deep. You guys know that your line is shorter than the college line, right? And the college line is shorter than the NBA line. Crazy, right? Anyways, I think yours is about 19.8. I'm not even sure. About 20 feet. I'm really not sure, but it gets further and further back as you get older, if you're lucky enough to continue. All right, let's check our what is this one? Oh, conspiracy. I don't know if this counts as a conspiracy when it's just dead true. These refs can't keep getting away with this. Watch this.
Yeah, I knew these refs be on that nonsense. He stepped back, fixed his feet, looked down at the line to see where his feet was at when he already stepped back, bro.
Yes, bro. He stepped back a couple of extra times. I mean, Peyton Pritchard did just score 40-something points. You think that this is why? Do they not have do their whistles not work in Boston? I mean, but this is the whole NBA. Like, so the referee is looking right at his feet. Right at his feet. All right. So I don't know what the score was this game. Maybe it didn't matter. Maybe what I noticed is that the NBA players push the refs. All right, and we're gonna talk about something like next too. But the NBA players, they push the referees, where the referees, that's their job. The NBA players have their job, but without the NBA players, there are no referees. So if the NBA players maybe don't like the referee, maybe the referee doesn't stick around, or if the NBA doesn't like the referee, then what does the NBA care about? Money. So if the NBA refs call too many calls, people say we want the calls called. We want the calls called. Okay, then let's call everything, and then we file your best player out when you just spent $300 to go to that game. and they were maybe ticky-tack calls, right? Because like college, we see that happening all the time in high school, right? Referees make mistakes. So should they just make it fun? And when they call these calls, I think people like offense. They don't like to hear the referee's whistle. They might like to, but more people like offense than they like the referee's whistle. So while it's so weird, this is just an entertainment, so see it like a circus. I don't know what else to tell you. All right, I know that they would probably call that in the college or high school if they saw it. But these refs are the best refs. I've had some of these refs before, man. They are so good at catching everything if they want to. So I believe he did see this, but it's not even a conspiracy. It's a money thing. And if they didn't have money, you wouldn't want to make the NBA. So it all goes together in a big, huge circle, and you contribute to it as well. Sorry, folks. Speaking of contributing, what kind of homework are people posting? Let's check it out. Who was that? That one just broke somehow. It's okay. We got Jace, the fake pass. We got Melo. We got Kieran with the workout card. Between the Legs series, Kieran. Legend series. I got just Sias right there with the Vegas workout. Jace, the whole bunch of workouts. Luke, Lincoln. Now, Jace, you gotta promise me, man. All right, so you watch the show, you do the homework. Look, I don't think it took us a while to get even above 3 people who were all in. What I decided that is happening here is that people want to feel special, and as soon as we get up to 5, 2 people stop. Like I don't know if Noah's ever gonna post again. Whenever we get up to 5, 2 people stop. But if we stay at 3, those 3 people will go for years until we get more. Then they'll stop. I don't know if it's just a bad timing issue, like there can be no more than 3. But Jace, here's your chance to prove this thing. Maybe my voice on the show gets kind of old. That's why we're going to eventually have some more hosts. All right? I don't know what it is. I think it's people want to feel special. So know that you're special, but you're not truly special unless you can push past the monotony. Even when it's monotonous, even when it sucks, even after you've achieved all your goals, you keep going. That's when you're special. All right? And speaking of special, we got this play right here. Speaking of pushing the referee's limits, too. This just happened in a college basketball game when the guy took 3 steps that should have probably been called a travel, and under every rule, probably still a travel. And it's an NCAA tournament, and the referee just didn't want to call it. Or maybe he didn't see it, but probably just didn't want to call it. Well, Joker did the same thing to Dalton Connect here. And he's setting a screen, but he made sure that Dalton stayed with the screen. Let's watch this.
14 seconds remaining. Shot clock. 4 seconds ahead.
All right, now, okay, full disclaimer, that's against my Lakers. It happens, though. But it's still funny as hell. He just took him and pushed 2 people into him. And this is why all the LeBron haters, I just tell them to shut up. Because you know what would happen if LeBron picked up the dude, threw him into the other dude for a game winner for like Luka Doncic. Yeah, the internet would be ablaze, and no matter how good you are, it doesn't count. So I think people are just haters on him because I don't know. Joker's at least on LeBron's level, if not higher. I don't know historically, but yeah, and he's not going to receive hate for this. So, but I like it, because if they called this on Joker, you guys don't want that. You guys want that travel called? Do you want this called? Really? Do we really want this called? As a Laker fan, I don't want this called. Because what does that look like? Okay, so I'm guessing they were tied, maybe? I'm not sure what the score was. All right, but they were at least like tied or maybe down by 1 or down by 2. So the Lakers would have more of a chance to win if this were called. So right there's like 4 seconds left. Joker right here is holding him. Foul on Joker. Lakers free throws. Lakers win. Is that what you guys want? That the referee decides the game? But I know if it was switched, all you Nuggets fans would be like, yeah, they can't do that. No, I'm saying I like this better than them calling every call. It's more entertaining. Can he make the shot? And as a player, if you're a superstar, you do that. As a player on defense, figure it out. I don't know. Throw your hands in the air. But then at least the flops, I get that too. But I don't know. What do you guys think? So I really don't mind that play. I think it's hilarious. But I am a kind of guy who would be doing that kind of stuff in the game. So maybe that's just who I am. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget we got music tonight and open gym tonight. I might be playing tonight. A whole bunch of stuff. And the quote of the day is every day is a second chance. So take that second chance while you have it. Here's your second chance. You got placed in this spot right now. You're now a fourth grader again. You're now a sixth grader again. You have a second chance. You didn't make it the first time to the NBA or college or whatever. You didn't make it, but someone magically put you back here. This is your second chance. What are you going to do with it? Will you just forget about this moment, or will you see every day is a second chance? All right, that's my time. Cue my music. I'm out. Reese's Pieces, guys.
Yo. Hi. Hard breathing through kid on this madness, yo. Nairobi, are you ready for this? I don't think so. Go get ready. Big man thing, my people crazy. You better like it. Go get ready. My people crazy. You better like it. Kuta, wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, good wonder. It's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. We can end it, but what baby? It's a dazzle thing, arriba tu caliente. Give me this run fight, girl, I'm here to conquer, girl, In the business, I'm dangerous. My trigger on the baddest. The party just started. My body's in a hurry. I enter. Looking for a bad boy in the place. Ain't nobody bad.